But yeah, they get away with it, and that's that. We'll continue doing it until the other side does something about it. And I mean, what are they going to do? It's the whole. So the left and the Democrats and all those people who are anti-you, they're gonna continue trying to do all they can to steal the election, for lack of a better term.
Mm-hmm.
What are the Republicans and the right? What are they going to do? Are they going to also steal? They should probably start stealing elections too, because you can't just be it's their fault. We played the fair game. Well, they're not playing fair, and they've won the biggest office in all the world. So now what are you gonna do? You can't just be like, well, guess what? Donald Trump's our nominee, and he's gonna play fair and square. You think Donald Trump's gonna be like, yeah, I think we should play. You know what? Scratch that. Donald Trump probably would, because he has no backbone. He probably, I will play fair and square. But you know what? People around him who are even more right and don't want Joe Biden and Kamala Harris and whoever else to be, they don't want any person with a D next to their name to be president. Go, you know what? No, we're not playing fair and square. We're going to beat the fuck out of these people. We're going to steal the election just like they did. And then they're going to know what it's like. Mm-hmm. So now what? So,
well, it's the exact same energy as the consequences. So if the right wing is in power, the attitude is that, well, all is fair in love and war. Let's let bygones be bygones. I know these people literally hate our guts and openly say they want us all dead, but words are wind, and let's just all agree to disagree. And, we're not going to actually prosecute anyone. Like, remember, like, famously when Trump said to Hillary, because you'd be in jail, and then literally election night, when it's essentially called for him, the very first thing he does is come out in his very first victory speech and say what a great lady she is. That should have been the immediate moment for every MAGA person that, oh, we just got hoodwinked. Like, boom, it was all bullshit. So whenever the right wing is in charge, they don't go after anybody. And you know what? When the left wingers get the power, they line all of you up against a wall, and they waste no time doing it. So it's like, dude, I get what Lord of the Rings was about. You're supposed to resist the power of the ring. Yeah. Well, they don't do that. They use it against you freely and openly, and as often as they possibly can. So maybe, just maybe, the right candidate to get the buzz and win and have any shot at winning the election for their side of the aisle is the person who just comes right out and says, yeah, if I get elected, I'm going to go in there and start, like, there's going to be blood in the streets. I'm going after these people. I'm going to spend my whole term just rolling heads. Because that's kind of what Trump did the first time, right? It was the whole drain the swamp thing. And I know how to run a business, and Washington, D.C. is full of crooks and cronies. Of course, he didn't do any of that, but that's the platform he ran on. Whether it was true or not, that's the platform that won him the election. But now he's tainted. He's yesterday's news. Not only do we not know where he's going to be legally, but he had his 4 years, and he brought in a bunch of swamp monsters into his cabinet. So, and spent a ton of money, and then he was a COVID warrior and promoted Fauci and Birx and everything else. So he's spoiled meat. So a different person who's not Trump, who comes in and says Trump was a fraud, he's a New York City Democrat, elect me. I'm on day one, I'm firing literally everybody in every executive branch committee, and I'm going to fill the DOJ with my people, and then they're going to be instructed to investigate and charge every single left-wing person we can possibly find. Like, that sounds crazy. And I know that there's right wingers out there saying, well, that's not what we're about. Yeah. And y'all are losers.
Well, I know the perfect person who could be that guy.
Who's that?
That would be
Mike Pence.
Yeah.
Yes.